up, y'all? Wagwan, Wagwan. Welcome back to another episode of the Sinestro Core. It's your boy Blacksby, aka Benedict Cumberbatch Batch, aka Big Bomboclaat, and today I have with me I saw none of the topics.
I didn't watch any of this.
And we will hopefully be later joined by the rest of the crew. We're getting off to a little late start tonight because we all have, personal lives. But that being said, we are excited to discuss Bad Batch Season 3 premiere, now streaming on Disney+. Plus, we're going to give you all our
premiere
review.
Season 3.
Yes, sir. 3-episode premiere Season 3 on Disney+, plus our review of Bob Marley, One Love, now playing in theaters. Let's get right into it. Man, real quick before we dive into our topics of discussion, we have some news from the Hollywood world and some news from the real world. For those of you who saw Leave the World Behind, y'all are probably feeling really vindicated after this week's events. AT&T service was down for roughly 12 hours. It was gone for most of the day. It was 12 hours?
I thought it was the whole day.
It felt like the whole day, but I'm pretty sure it was just like
the way people were making it sound.
My phone wasn't working. I was like, "What is happening right now? Are we about to get invaded?" Them folks was right. I knew it. I should have been aware, but actually,
it
just turned out to be
AT&T. Never mind. So false alarm.
Yeah, it's AT&T. False alarm. We're good. So those of y'all who watched Leave the World Behind, I'm sorry, I was talking shit. Y'all were right, I guess. Sam Ismail, I guess I owe you an apology, but it's still fuck you because you're a Mets fan and I am an Astros fan and I'm an eternal hater. So that being said, moving on. If we really did get invaded or something like killed the world or whatever,
you handling it?
I'm handling it.
This boy kills the world. Good to know we're protected, man. Good to always know.
This boy right here kills the world. This boy killed the world, Speaking of boy kills the world, that was terrible.
Give me a sec. Before that, I did want to actually point something out relating to the Hollywood news, because I have a juicy bit of news. A delicious bit of news, a delectable bit of news, if you will.
Beastie.
The Borderlands movie is real, and I owe somebody $30. I did not think it was actually going to happen.
Me either.
They came out with a trailer for it. Time of recording yesterday? Or today? When was it? Earlier today, right?
I know I saw the announcement on our Twitter page, but I didn't even pay any attention. I thought it was fake news. I thought it was one of those.
I'm looking it up right now.
A deep state psyop, just like the AT&T service going down.
It came out 3 days ago. Wait, what? This is 2 or 3 days ago. This is old news. How did I just not hear about this?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing about it today too.
I don't know either. But yeah, it stars Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, and it's based off the video games. It's got a couple of notable faces in it. It's also got Jack Black in it as Claptrap, which I love. I love that. So I love Jack Black in anything, and I love Claptrap. He's genuinely one of my favorite video game characters. So I'm very interested to see how this works. Also, it's interesting because cast-wise, I'm not sure what is the... Okay, so yeah. It looks like they have... So it looks like the crew that they're going with is they have to find the missing daughter of Atlas. So that's a good one. So they have Roland, Tiny Tina, Krieg, Tennis, and Claptrap, which is interesting. Very interesting. Oh yeah, and Lilith, of course.
Jack Black as Claptrap's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun
I would have preferred they put Zero in here, because Zero's my favorite character. He's the main one I play. That's why I was like, oh man, dude, Zero. But I don't see him anywhere in here. I think he's been replaced with who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy? What's his name?
I'm looking at the cast list right now. I don't see
Roland?
Zero.
I feel like Roland isn't a main character. I think they added him for this movie.
From Creed
I might be
3,
wrong,
from
though.
Creed 2, and
Roland,
from Shang-Chi.
Oh, no, he's real. Oh, fuck, he's from the first one. holy shit, I forgot about this guy because he's just a black dude in a military suit. That's why I forgot about him. He doesn't look unique at all.
It sounds like
Fuck.
every black character in
Yeah.
any movie.
Pretty much. Like, there's like set classes and abilities you can pick in Borderlands, and his class is kind of just gun. So it's
gun.
It's not much. It's there, but you know, it's not ooh. Oh, it's like if Lilith comes in with her psychic powers, everyone's like, "Oh my god, Lilith!" Right? Zero comes in, he's got his assassin blade, his like hologram step. All right, and then you got fucking Roland, gun. Ooh, shiver me timbers, bullets.
For context for our listeners, I only know so much about Borderlands.
I didn't know this before I started rambling.
No, you're good.
I've been speaking fucking like Cantonese or some shit to you. Like, you don't know it at all what I'm saying. Like, oh, yes.
I know like yes. very, very like surface level. And what I do know about this film was that it's directed by Eli Roth.
Eli Roth still directs?
Yeah, surprisingly. I mean, he had that one dog shit movie Thanksgiving that came out last year.
That's why I'm like, oh man. Oh.
We ripped that one apart. We violated that movie last
maybe
a couple episodes ago.
Maybe he just needed like 30 extra bucks to finish Borderlands and pay the editors. So he just really quickly was like, listen, I know you don't want this. And I don't want this.
Mm-hmm.
But hear me out. And then like just made the movie. Because I think the moment for Thanksgiving that sealed it for me was that those little like fucking like corn cob skewer holders, they had stabbed in the chick's eyes in the trailer. That's when I was like, all right.
I didn't even see the trailer.
All right, that's it.
I didn't even see the trailer because like, I'm not watching that bullshit.
Did you watch the movie?
Hell no.
I thought you paid money for it. I was like, oh god, Matt, come on.
The last movie I made a financial mistake about was Madam Web. I should just pretended not to. I should have acted like I saw it and just not watched it in theaters. That was a mistake. Big mistake.
I still regret seeing that movie.
Again. So
I don't
won't see any movies like Thanksgiving, Pooh, Blood and Honey. I'm not watching that shit. Borderlands, I might watch it just because I like video games and it seems like a cool concept. But right now I'm very hesitant. I'll watch the trailer after we finish this episode, and I'll be a judge of whether or not I'll watch it. But we'll see. I'm very iffy on a lot of the video game to movie adaptations because some of them just they don't hit the mark. Like the Assassin's Creed adaptation, that shit still hurts me to this day, bro. They had the right setup, they had the right cast. They could have made something out of it.
How do you fuck up a movie with Fassbender in it? That's almost impressive.
Yeah, bro. He's like one of the. I mean, hey, Dark Phoenix did it.
Good point. It is doable. It's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Yep.
I will say though, speaking of judges and judging, this people occasionally judge games, and there's an interesting game I recently saw in a trailer, Matt, for a Sam Raimi joint called Boy Kills the World or Kill the World. I've fucked up the title already. I literally just looked this up. I'm so apologies.
Try again, bro. You gotta go back to the lab.
I think it's Kill the World or some shit like that. It's like Scott Pilgrim-esque. Fuck.
It's Boy Kills World. Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Suicide Squad kills the world. Boy kills the Justice League. The Suicide Squad. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying the words. But yeah, this is a weird looking movie. Matt, you wanna take this one? You got some thoughts on it?
So my thoughts on it. They have a nice cast too. They got the motherfucking Old Spice guy. They got Andrew Koji, who's one of my favorite actors, becoming one of my favorite actors right now. I know he played Storm Shadow in that shit. There was the Snake Eyes movie, but I mean, okay, this is not helping his case because he played.
It's really not
Snake Eyes and in Bullet Train and in Bullet Train. However, he's in Warrior, and Warrior is phenomenal. It's really good. It's
Bullet
on Netflix
Train.
right
Bullet
now.
Train is good.
Bullet Train's fun. It's just stupid.
I don't understand. I've never. Audience, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go to every single one of the Twitters of every single person who shares this dumbass take and ask them, what do they hate fun? Like, why do they hate this? Because I am the only one of the entire cast that co-signs this movie as great. I think it's fun. I think it's genuinely like just a good movie. Like it's like a bottle episode, but it's really like just kind of fucking snapping right at you. Just every single second, breakneck pace. The action in it's fun. The actors are fun. You have Aaron Taylor Johnson, bro. Bryce Tyree Henry. Like, come on, dude.
ATJ. I said what I said they should have done was make a film or a series focusing on Lemon and Tangerine, like a buddy cop style thing, because that shit right
I would
there
watch that.
fun. But the
Except
movie
for
itself,
the
I was
fact
like,
that they get fucking
it's a
bodied.
fun movie. It's just kind of
yeah.
At the end.
Yeah. Spoilers for Bullet Train.
It would have been
out,
a good
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Bullet Train by now, man,
it's your own fault, dog.
Get something done with your life. Yeah, get your shit together. But that being said, Andrew Koji's in that movie, and he's in this Boy Kills World film. But here's a cherry on top of this cast. The leading man,
enlighten me,
Bill Skarsgård, one of our favorite actors on this channel, from the legendary Skarsgård family of actors. He's playing the main character, Boy. He's the main character, Boy, which I am glad they cast a white man for this, because if they cast a black man to be called Boy the whole time,
this would have been a very different film otherwise.
I would be like, you can't release this. Not at all. You can't release the trailer because Boy...
pull up to Sam Raimi's house, like full Hotep gear, be like, "Good evening, Mr. Raimi."
Already got it on. I might even come in. Like
go to Sam Raimi's house.
You know? Might even come in like Dr. Doom, you know, with like the hood on,
just fucking blonde. Just gotta get the little fingers down like a fucking anime villain. Yeah,
like Sam.
Yeah, that's the ticket. That'll get him. You have failed me for the last time, Raimi. And then just fucking like just boom him.
That'd actually be hilarious. Japanese, I would say that in Japanese, so it sounds like 1,000 times cooler, with a little subtitle bar underneath my.
You like the credits roll throughout the entire movie, and you're standing there in the back of the theater, just slow clapping, and he fucking turns around, and you're like, "Subadashi, Raimi-sama!" Like, and he's fucking, oh no, no.
Or like, I'm doing the Ginyu pose from Dragon Ball Z, doing like the
whole pose. Like,
every time the camera cuts away and comes back, I'm doing a different pose. I'm like
doing a different. Some of them are like in completely different sections of the room too, so it just doesn't. There's no continuity between shots. It's just fucking jazz hands.
We need to write that down. We need to make that part of our future movie.
Our future bids. We get kicked out of every premiere for scaring the directors with anime noises.
Absolutely.
But
Sam Raimi is a producer on this Boy Kills World, and the cast is it's a loaded cast with Bill Skarsgård, Jessica Roth, Michelle Dockery, Brett Gelman, Isaiah Mustafa, Mr. Old Spice, Yayan Ruyan. I hope I didn't butcher his name. Sorry, my friend. Andrew Koji, of course, already mentioned it. Charlton Copley, bro. They got Chaplin in here, and then H. John Benjamin, my guy, Archer. Leno!
I didn't expect that. I've only seen him like voice act, so I was like, "Wait, is he in here?" Yeah. I hear him.
Well, he is voice acting. He is voice acting.
Yeah, I didn't know until like halfway through the trailer where he's like, "I imagined a cool voice for myself." I'm like, "Oh, that's neat. That's a neat little narrative device. I like that." Yeah. It was the last one he heard in a video game. That's fun. I like that.
He's one of my favorite. He's definitely one of my favorite voice actors. He came to UNT a couple years ago, and I saw him. He was doing they do like these little, what's it called, like guest speaker things. We had Bill Nye one year. We had H. John Benjamin.
H. John Benjamin's a W.
My freshman year was Bill Nye. Massive.
That's
W,
so fucking
actually.
cool. I will say too,
he's awesome.
one of the
Like,
feel I kind of get from this, and I don't know if Samara Weaving's in this. I actually just noticed that. Holy shit, I did not notice that until now.
I told you that cast is loaded.
That is a stack cast. They have Yayan. Oh my god, just okay,
The
yeah.
cast is mad.
This
loaded.
is a pretty fucking. This is a. I don't know what Michelle Dockery does. I've never seen. I don't think I remember anything with her in it in particular. This David Cesarski guy has the weirdest shaped head I've ever seen. Holy shit!
Ooh.
It's like a root vegetable. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. For those of you in our audience, picture like a beet, and you then give it like eyes and ears and a beard.
Oh my
like,
god!
That's kind of what it looks like. It looks like a turnip. It's like a human turnip.
You said this man looks like a vegetable, bro. That's crazy.
He does, dude. He has a carroty appearance. I don't know what it is about him, but he looks like he's about to tell me the glories of a balanced diet. You know?
Sorry to this man and his uniquely shaped head.
Yeah, sorry for DeWitt Cesarski. It's not a real name.
Is uniquely. This is not a real name. Well, his mama gave him that name.
That's true. It's real to him, and that's what matters. I will say, it has the feeling of kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's like Dread, like the Dread movie that came out with Carl Urban, and it's a feel of like that mixed in with like a small sprinkle of like some kind of like a hyper realistic, weird, like kind of over the top world, like I think not Mad Max. What's like a sillier version? Like, it's one of those movies that's like really, really graphic and like really intense, but it's not taking itself seriously, and it's just really just having fun. And it uses the violence more so a tool. The closest allegory I can find is the Deadpool movies, but it's like Dread meets Deadpool. It's like Dreadpool, basically.
It's grittier. Dreadpool. That's kind of hard, bro.
That actually sounds kind of hard.
Co-sign that one.
I have to copyright that.
We need that.
But yeah, it's got some pretty good laughs in it. The action looks pretty good. Looks well shot. I expect nothing less than the best from Raimi or anybody Raimi co-signs to produce for. So, all in all, when does this come out? It comes out June 27th. I will be watching.
No, sorry, not April. Why did I say April?
It says April. I'm looking at the wrong. I don't know why this says June 27th. I don't know why this IMDb thing says June 27th. Yeah, 26th of April. Sorry, 26th of April. But yeah,
because
all in all,
they're anticipating it getting back.
Oh my god, I fucking hope not. That's how,
God, that's how it goes now. These movies getting pushed back left and right, bro.
Unless there's another strike or a meteor's about to hit the Earth, I don't want to hear about a fucking delayed movie ever again. I really don't. Like, unless the alternative is crunch, in which case, then yeah, like, delay it, that's fine. But otherwise, dude, just fucking leave it be. I don't care.
I'm excited for this movie, so we will definitely be on the lookout for that. I think June, the summertime, our summer slate is going to be mad loaded with all the, the Deadpool movie, with this movie. We have too much that we're going to have to talk about. So, I'm excited. I'm ready.
What a time to be a movie podcast idiot person.
Idiot person.
That's
I'm changing my official job title. Movie podcast idiot person on my resume.
Just put influencer parentheses derogatory.
Derogatory influencer question mark influencer.
Like, who you influencing, bro? Who's listening to you? Like, people. The knowers who know?
Nah, for real.
No.
The knowers who know. The knowers who know, they're out there showing us love. And speaking of love, we're going to talk about One Love. Bob Marley.
Oh my fucking God.
One Love, that is. That was great. That was a great one.
That was a good segue. I'll give it to you. That wasn't bad.
A great one, just like the great Bob Marley himself.
Okay,
man.
All right. Don't suck your own dick too hard, man.
I think, you know me, I'll be...
Just talk about what was the... Give me a synopsis. What was the story of the film?
So, being the only person on the entire show who has seen this movie yet so far,
I'm gonna play to cover this.
everyone had stuff going on, and I
Yeah.
happened to be free for 2 hours this morning, so I watched it, and I was like, I need to watch this movie. And honestly, I'm glad I did, because it's one of the better biopics I've seen in recent years. We had the Bohemian Rhapsody movie and the Whitney Houston movie, and those were kind of not good. But then we had a movie like Elvis. Elvis was great. And then now this one, Bob Marley. It does a different different format of biopic. It doesn't start from when he was born and everything, and going from literally from beginning to end. Luis called it cradle to grave, starting from when your topic of focus is his early stages of life, or her early stages of life, or their early stages of life, whichever pronouns they may use, and then moving to all the way through their life until they pass away or whatever. It doesn't do that. This one started in 1976. I believe it goes from 76 to 81, or no, 76 to around 77, 78, up until right before Bob Marley passed away in 81 from cancer, a very rare cancer. But it does a good job of showing how Bob affected music in such a positive and powerful way, how impactful of a performer he was, how impactful of a person he was in general. One of the themes is he says this in the movies, that music unifies the people. And if you listen to, if you're a Marley fan, if you're a Bob Marley and the Wailers listener, aficionado,
I'm a
a lot of his songs
Marl
are.
enthusiast.
You're a Marley enthusiast.
A Marlite, Mar-a-Lago, whatever
A Marleyan.
Bob Marley likers are called.
Marleyan.
A Marley. I'm a Marleyan. I'm a Marleyan.
A whaler. You're a whaler.
Yeah, I'm a whaler.
You're a whaler.
I'm a whaler. Yeah,
I'm
shout
a whaler.
out Captain Ahab and them.
Real whalers. You just mentioned Moby Dick, bro.
I just did.
No, we're talking about if you really listen to Bob Marley's music and the content of each of his songs about revolution, standing up and uniting people for peace, for progress and prosperity, and showing what type of brighter future we can reach as a unified populace. I think the world needs a lot more of that, and this movie does a good job of showing how Bob, faced certain issues throughout his life, throughout the latter portion of his life, and kind of translate that into his music. You get to see him producing hit songs. You get to see him working with his band, and the trials and tribulations of this great man, this larger than life figure, and it kind of brings not just brings his story down to earth so you guys, so the audience can see it, but it kind of brings us down to earth too, to realize, even though he was this great, phenomenal man, he went through some really tough shit through his life. And I enjoyed it. I give this movie, let me see, I have my rating, my notepad out, but I gave it a 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. Hey, we're joined by Luis Bomboclaat Marley. He's on deck right now.
Look at him go. Look at our blessed boy.
It's a great name right there. Well, no, I gave the movie an 8 out of 10.
Really?
It was choppy. Yeah, it was choppy at points, but overall, as someone who likes Bob Marley, who likes his music, who really appreciates the telling of Black stories like this, it's great.
Yeah,
it's great. And
definitely,
a lot of the reviews that we saw online, I sent it to y'all in the chat. People were reviewing this film and they're slandering and bashing it, talking about this movie's not good because I can't understand the language. Oh, this movie's not good because I can't understand what they're saying. I'm like, bro, that's on you. If you can't understand patois by now,
you're not supposed. What?
Yeah, if you can't understand that by now, lava splash upon your lava splash upon your life. Bro. Fire for that, what's wrong with you?
Fire with that. Boom. 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 I'm going for your head top, man.
It's not hard to, and honestly, even if you're brand new to learning language, I guess, patois is you can kind of discern what's being said if you
Yeah.
even if you don't know, like it's I don't know. I guess it's just the knowers who know, the real knowers who know. We know.
If you've ever like conversed with a person from Baltimore, Maryland, right? Like a
Oh no, it's
full
not the
length
same.
conversation, and you're able to understand that, but you can't understand Jamaican. Seek help because, dude,
find Jesus.
it's pretty easy to understand, man. I've heard some hard to understand motherfuckers in my life. Like for instance, anyone from like the like the Northwest, like the Wisconsin fucking
Oh
area.
Lord.
Dude, I didn't even know they actually sounded like that, but they do. They're like little cartoon people. And I'm like, God damn, this is how you talk.
People.
That is rough, dude. And then you got like real fucking like Southern people like, oh god damn, I done went down over to the goddamn general store. I done got myself a big old shotgun. I tell you what, brother, I tell you, like just fucking like busting rhymes. So I don't think Jamaicans that hard to really understand. And also like they went to go see a
It's
movie
not.
about Jamaicans with Jamaicans in it. What was their did they complain that Godzilla -1 wasn't in English? Like what was their point?
They're probably gonna
Doesn't
do
seem
the
like a
same thing.
valid
They're like,
criticism.
oh no, I can't understand this movie because it's not in English. I mean, like, bro, if you really
They
can't
don't
understand the
fucking
movie
watch the
just because
movie.
you don't speak the language,
Yeah,
you know
dude.
how many
Like that's
anime I watch without any subtitles just so I can try and force my brain to process Japanese? Like, give me like 3 months. I'll be learning 4 languages right now. I'll be a higher being. You know what I'm saying? I'll be
bro, that's a
tuned
lot. I've been
in with
watching
my
anime for like
polyglot.
12 years. It doesn't do shit for you. It ain't doing nothing, brother. This Pokemon card is all I got to show for my efforts.
What kind
Yeah,
of
nothing.
Pokemon card is that?
It's coughing. The little
Oh
meteor
hell yeah,
down. It's the only one
that
I have
gas,
besides the fucking Giratina that's somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but like
that
coughing.
gas. Hell
It's
yeah,
he's got 60 HP and he sucks. I fucking
just like
knocked over my
me.
card. But
I do be
all in all,
coughing.
that's pretty impressive for a biopic to get an 8 out of 10. Because
Yeah,
I think the last
it started
one
off like
kind of slow, or like what was wrong with the pacing? Was it like inconsistent at the beginning?
it felt choppy because like it kept doing the flashbacks at various points,
Oh,
and it kept
okay, yeah.
doing like the storyline did jump a bit at points. I was trying to figure out where we were, what was going on, the timeline. That's what brought it to it. But like the movie overall,
Yeah.
like, and in the acting, we gotta give mad props to Kingsley Benadir and Lashana Lynch. They carried, bro. Kingsley
Is
Benadir,
he
first of all, like
is
he's
he Bob
he's the
Marley?
goat. Yeah, he's Bob Marley,
The what's his
and he's
name?
also
Talos the Scroll or whatever the fuck his name is? Greg or something?
no, Gravik. He's Gravik.
Gravik.
He's
Yeah.
He's a Kenan Barbie. He's what else is he?
This man's
He's
just doing shit.
Malcolm X in One Night in Miami. This guy is mad talented. Like if I wrote down on my notes, if he didn't solidify himself as an elite actor by now, he did it with this movie. But he is a very elite actor, elite caliber actor.
I might have
So
to watch this then.
I liked it. It's a Paramount movie, so I'm expecting it to be on Paramount Plus sometime later this year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they did well with the language, the dialect coach, because Kingsley is British and he sounds
Oh,
like he's
really?
from the island. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he in the trailers, I didn't even notice that was Kingsley Benadir. Like even facially, like they did a really good job makeup wise, just making him look like
Makeup
Bob.
wise, hair wise, I'm like, bro, he did look like.
Yeah, and then even in do they go into like I'm assuming they like discuss like like for those of you who don't know, like Bob Marley was a prominent activist, so like they go into I'm
Yeah,
assuming like a lot of his like revolutionary like kind of things.
yeah, they did. That
They
was the
also
main. That was kind of like the
main focus.
main focus within
Okay.
because it starts from the Smile Jamaica concert and
Yeah.
it goes to his return to Jamaica in 1978. So
Mm.
good chunk of time. It's about 4 years worth of time with Bob's activism taking off. So I liked it a lot.
That's
man.
nice.
Kingsley stepped into that role. And, you know, we
So,
always talk, I think we said this before. You know, acting in a
mhm.
biopic is hard because people are going to be like, you're not doing this right. You're not looking, and that's especially it's not even the people close to the subject. It's like the fans.
Yeah, because like
Oh, you're not
you
doing
never
this right.
want it to you want it to come across as like you're playing that person as a role, right? Like you are that person, but you don't want it to ever come off as like an impression, like an SNL bit, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fine line to walk for sure.
And I mean, Kingsley definitely nailed Bob's stage performance mannerisms too. Because I watched they do show some clips at the end of the movie with real life footage of Bob Marley performing on stage, and the way Kingsley was moving around, and his movements on stage, his emphasis on notes, like it looked like Bob was there. You know, it's pretty good. And the fact that Bob Marley's children and grandchildren are involved in the production of this film.
Oh, that's nice.
His son Ziggy.
Ziggy helped with this.
Yep.
Ah, that explains so much. Isn't his other son Damian Marley, right?
Yeah, it's Ziggy. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to pull up the kid's name.
Ziggy, Damian, and then there's one other fucking
Steven,
I don't remember his name.
Ziggy and Damien, and
Steven. What, a PH or a V?
PH.
Okay, I was about to say that's odd.
His full name is Stephen Robert Nesta Marley, so he basically has his father's entire name.
Holy shit!
Bro was born on 4/20. That's kind of funny.
Wagwan.
The knowers who know, bro.
Do ya burn?
The knowers who know.
He was born in Delaware. Viewer. Delaware.
Yeah, Bob Marley lived in the U.S. for a bit of time too.
Oh, I did not know that. I would have assumed it would have been someplace that wasn't Delaware, but fascinating.
Yeah.
So the fuck was in Delaware?
It was great seeing. I'm looking at his entire family.
So on a scale of like if I were to put this in terms of like biopics, so like my least favorite being like Straight Outta Compton, right?
You didn't like Straight Outta Compton?
It's alright. It felt like it was just kind of going through shit though, you know? It felt fast.
It felt like the Dr. Dre PR movie.
Yeah, and then when they split up, it does seem like it does too much with Dre, right? Like it seems weirdly disjointed. Right? So that's why I have it on my lower end. But then I have my favorite biopic, Rocket Man. Rocket Man fucks. Rocket Man is so good. Taron Egerton? Oh, dude. Not even just the fact that Taron sings like a beautiful angel channeling the soul of Elton himself, but it's also the fact that like it's a genuinely good film with the way it structures around like the life of Elton John. So if you had to put this on a scale from like Straight Outta Compton to that, would you say it overtakes Rocket Man, or it's just a little bit behind it? Or it's way further back down the scale?
It's behind Rocket Man.
Ooh.
And not far behind, but it's also not like right on the heels of it.
Just because of the pacing, I'm assuming?
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's my only real critique of the movie. Like my own, it's not even a negative critique. That's just all I could find that was, I guess,
one little nitpick,
you know,
kind of.
Otherwise, everything else in there is solid. It's a solid film.
Understandable. Okay, not bad. Speaking of solid films, fuck, I had something great for this. Give me a second. I'll bring this back. You know, I'm gonna be honest, Matt. I had a whole batch of the fucking things prepared, but they're all bad.
Oh
my wait a second.
Oh my god.
We're talking about the Bad Batch, baby.
Jesus.
I'm a fucking genius. Oh my god, I feel so proud of myself for that. That's a real pat on the back moment right there.
I wish all the other guys were here to hear this, so they know when I text them in the chat.
They're gonna be like, so AZ isn't allowed on the podcast anymore. But yeah, we're talking Bad Batch season 3. It recently dropped. It had a 3-episode premiere, which is interesting because normally when Disney drops things, they don't do 3 episodes off rip. Because wasn't last couple seasons of Bad Batch like 10 episodes?
16 episodes each season.
Oh, 16 episodes. Oh, okay, so I was about to say they did also, but they did basically drop like a quarter of the season.
I think they did a 2-episode premiere for the premiere. And then, I think it went like one each week, if I remember correctly. Because also, mind you, this was like 2 years ago or 1 year ago when this show came.
Yeah.
Came out. But Bad Batch is back. The batch is back, bro. And I don't want to spoil too much. I won't. But just know that season 3 starts off pretty well. First and second episode were a little bit slow for me, but that's just because my mind has been on everything but Bad Batch this week. But
I didn't even know it came out, so mine was also right there with you.
Bro, the 3rd episode, that's where the shit get real, brother. That's where it got real, brother.
Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning, literally just skip like 2 seconds ahead. I will say spoiler warning once again, where you can come back. So just keep pressing through the video until you hear me say spoiler warning again. Minus the past 2 times. I said it previously. Those don't count. Okay. So I saw this was a big publication thing on Twitter, and it was mainly like showcased everywhere. Is Ventress actually back?
Not yet.
Massage Ventress, the bald chick?
She will be, but not yet. These first 3 episodes don't have her in it.
Okay.
I can say that for
sure. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Because I was wondering, I was thinking they're just going to go out the gate swinging. Or do like the Boba Fett effect, to where like, literally like the last episode and a half, they're like, Cad Bane?
Yeah,
Cad Bane.
right.
And then just fucking hand it to you. Okay, so they're making us wait a little bit.
I think what they're gonna, and this goes part of what I texted y'all in the chat. The Bad Batch is doing what Mandalorian's doing. It's bridging. Bad Batch is more so bridging
Clone Wars trilogy,
the sequel trilogy, and the original trilogy all together. While Mando is definitely bridging, the OT to the sequel trilogy. But, But there's elements in the first 3 episodes of season 3 that are connecting, and you can tell this is what they're doing. They're using it to establish that all the series, all the trilogies are connected.
Doing a better job early in the game too.
They kind of have to, because Acolyte comes out this year. Whatever other Star Wars projects come out this year, they got a lot. I thought with Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna go this hard into the. Because obviously, like, Star Wars, it is a sprawling narrative, right? It's existed for like what feels at this point like millennia, but it's been like 50 years or so, right? It's been around, and it's got all this lore and background behind it, and we know it's interconnected, based on how it's been marketed to us. But like, storytelling wise, outside of like winks and nods, it's felt a little bit disjointed throughout some of the properties.
Especially with the Disney acquisition, some things went really well and some things didn't go well.
Some things got a little bit lost in translation. Like a lot of the Legend stuff, fans didn't like, got scrapped. I personally did not like that a lot of Legend stuff got scrapped. I think there's some fabulous concepts in there. Minus the clone of Luke that is just Luke to use. That's stupid. No one liked that.
Luke.
Like, give him a different name than maybe. But other than that, I find it interesting. So if you, to give like a small example, man, because I'm probably still gonna watch this. Also, warning for spoilers, not the ending thing that I said, but warning for spoilers once again. So in is it through like a character or a location that they try for this large connection right off the bat? This is episode 1. You're saying they started off with this?
Episode 3. Episode 3 is where
Episode 3. Okay.
the connections begin. Like, I mean, okay, technically it begins with episode 1 because they're doing for those of you who are deep into the Star Wars lore, man, Graham would be killing this one, right? This is his bit.
Oh yeah.
Project Necromancer, where they are basically
the zombie stormtroopers.
The cloning project.
Oh, to bring somebody back from the dead.
Yeah, cloning project with.
I thought it was the zombie clone trooper thing. I was like, that's cool. I like that.
No,
that's a
I
cool
think
concept.
that one's gonna be the night. If we watch, if they do what they should do and make a Night Sisters movie or a show, yeah, brother, we need that.
We're getting zombie stormtroopers, baby.
Project Necromancer is basically the project that Palpatine has. The project that Palpatine's having to create clones of himself, which would then explain how he came back in Episode 9.
I still won't like it, but at least they'll have told me.
Yeah, it's definitely doing a good job of, I guess, saving.
Kind of retconning.
Saving that, that I don't even know what to call it, man. Those movies, the sequels.
Those 3 movies that exist.
It's making it more cohesive. David said it helps make it more cohesive because, like, that storyline started off with The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi were solid. I wouldn't say they're great, like phenomenal, but they were solid. They're watchable. Yeah. And then Rise of Skywalker is a massive just plummet from. You
can definitely wash dishes to like the first 2 Star Wars sequel trilogy movies, and then the third one, like, you can. But, like, guarantee you're going to see something that's going to be, like, so shocking and frustrating. You're going to grip a glass too hard and cut your hand open. So, like, you don't want to do that. Because I think my...
car crash that you just can't look away from,
Because, like, they're not bad movies. They're not... Okay, well, one of them is bad, and it's the last one. But, like, I think I had called it with Star Wars a while ago to where I would mostly just rewatch the things that I'd already liked or, like, older things because, not everything in Star Wars is a banger, right? And I think it was around, I think it's in the end of the second one of the sequel trilogy where they say it, or like the beginning of the first one. It's at some point, I don't remember where. Kind of like the writers didn't remember where they left, like, their degrees for writing a script. But, they said somehow Palpatine has returned. I was like, so you're going to elaborate on that, right? Right? No?
I think that's in the third one, right?
Yeah, I think it might be. I think that's where I called it. I was like, I'm done. I saw this man get dropped down a nuclear reactor on an exploding space station. Ain't no fucking shot he's alive. That nigga dead as hell, boy. That man dead as hell.
In defense of what they were trying to go for, Palpatine does come back, like, I think twice in the books, right?
He does.
He came back
there's
once with a clone.
There's a young clone of Palpatine that just becomes, like, his own guy.
But, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So it's not like it's not happened in the lore.
There's precedent. There's definitely precedent.
It's just it was poorly executed. It was like they were It's like they were just throwing something out there and hoping it sticks to the wall. They're like, all right, cool. Palpatine came back. But how? Explain that. Pray tell. How did Palpatine come back? He just
Well, that's very simple, my good man. As you can see, I've written it right here on this notebook.
I was like,
okay. Therefore, it has to happen because I'm the writer.
Like, and it's like they also wasted characters with Poe Dameron and
Finn was a tremendous waste.
Finn was the hugest, probably it's going to go down in history as one of the hugest fumbles in IP,
dude,
for a character, because Finn had potential to be the cornerstone of the rest of Star Wars,
of the new trilogy.
So they messed up. Also, they showed him in the trailer wielding a lightsaber, and I'm like, bro, Black Jedi. The last time we saw a Black Jedi, he got thrown out of a window. So this is new for me. I'm excited. And then nothing came of it, and I was like, all right, I don't want to watch this anymore. I'm not having fun. That's not no discredit to Daisy Ridley slash Ray. Ray is great. I love Ray too.
Yeah.
But I was really excited for a Finn Jedi moment, and we never got it. And then in the ninth movie, they're like,
if he was
they're trying to hint.
Yeah.
They knew they fucked up because they're trying their best to like piece that back together. And they're like, oh, he's force sensitive. It's like it's just
even if it was like he was like a sidekick Jedi to Rey, I would have liked that. I would have been fine with that. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, he's still a Jedi. Fuck it, we ball. I guess I get what I want. But no, more Skywalkers because that's what the story needed. But
no, we don't need that shit. Turn that off.
Nobody wants that shit, boy. Keep that, nigga.
I'm done.
I don't want that shit. Boom.
I'm done with Skywalkers. We need some new shit. But the Bad Batch, bro. Bad Batch is probably gonna do well to connect all that together, while simultaneously still maintaining their story, maintaining the story's integrity.
I believe
very
when I
emotional.
See it.
The second season is very emotional.
Yeah,
even the first season was very emotional. First season was very emotional too, but the second season is definitely very emotional.
I feel like the first season is pretty good at so this is the way I see it. Like the second season, because the Empires existed not for a while, but for longer than it had in the first season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's become more established, and these guys have gotten more used to the world that they live in post-Republic, post-war, and everything, right? It feels like there's more of a range in emotion in season 2. Season 1 feels just like it's a downer, but in the best way downer.
It's like a fun. It's like, hey, this is depressing, but we're gonna make it interesting and a little bit lighthearted, so you can enjoy the tragedy of the Republic.
Yeah, exactly. Like you feel the weight of like what's happened with Palpatine taking over and Vader rising and all this stuff. The only thing I don't like, and Rebels does this too, and it bugs the fuck out of me, man. With lightsabers, they allow them to be used on other people. They'll just put the slash mark across the chest, right? And like that person's definitely dead, right? Regardless of how much they show graphically. But they'll do this thing where they'll have the good guys be like, we're good guys. We don't kill. So we're going to set our phasers to stun. And I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that, dude.
Come on, bro. We're in war. It's wartime. It's like, wartime, brother.
No, we can't do it, Rekka. They're all brothers. And I'm like, they're trying to kill you. They are actively replacing you with regular niggas they got down the street at a fucking Jamba Juice. Drafting them into this military to replace you. You're obsolete. Fucking kill them. What is wrong with you?
Did you say Jabba Juice? Like Jabba, Jaba, the Hutt juice?
Jabba
That's
Juice.
Creative. That's clever.
We
gotta co-sign that. We gotta copyright that before Star Wars gets us, bro.
They're gonna get their fucking delivery pause on it.
No, you're right. You're very right.
Yeah.
It's a common problem across any storytelling. Where there's a good guy involved, they're like, oh, we don't kill. Look at Batman, bro. The Joker,
Batman gets goddamn close.
I have a very simple solution on how to stop crime in Gotham. Just take the Joker out, bro. It's easy.
Oh God, I guarantee he's evaded the law.
I'm not condoning unaliving anyone or vigilantism. But if the Joker happened to slip and break his neck on accident on purpose,
$1 Million Baby, his shit, fuck.
That's it.
Who put that banana peel on the floor of his cell? Maybe he did. He's a jokester.
And Jason Todd said this in Under the Red Hood. Why don't you just kill the Joker, bro? Why don't you do what's necessary? Batman ain't stand on business. The Bad Batch not standing on business. You know who stood on business? Anakin Skywalker. Mace Windu.
He also killed children.
Is the hardest.
He also killed children.
Oh, man. Never mind.
So he's even more on business. Let's fucking go. That's my goat. That's my dog. Yeah.
No.
Murdering children in the name of freedom like a true American. Let's go, bro.
No. Ooh, let's go, brother. Nah,
we get this guest record. Do not endorse child murder.
Absolutely not.
That is a joke.
Absolutely not.
Or any murder at all. Clarify that.
I don't condone any type of murder.
Unless it's murdering some pussy.
Murder in these
I'll see
bars and these
myself out.
transitions, my brother.
Oh my
Murder in these
god.
transitions, brother. You already know. You already
Oh.
know what I'm on.
Oh, dude. Speaking of, God, this is gonna be the worst transition in the history
Here we
of
go. I'm bracing
mankind.
myself
You
right
ready for
now.
this? All right, all right. Speaking of, of whatever you said, Deadpool 3. That's all I had. That's all I had. I, I had no setup for that. I was like, I wanted to talk about Deadpool 3, and I had no way to transition it. So I was like, fuck it, we ball. Let us go with
That
this.
was an easy.
Um,
That was an easy transition, bro. He said people getting killed or getting killed, murder. I mean, speaking of murder,
oh wait, it wasn't even
oh
fucking. It wasn't even
now I'm
fucking
drawing a blank.
Deadpool
Hold on.
3. It wasn't even fucking Deadpool 3 I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this really interesting theory I saw on Twitter, and I want to look up the guy's handle so I can credit him for it, because I do not want to steal his theory, because he is a fellow comic book YouTuber, and I do not want to step on toes. Okay, so this guy had a theory that David, his name is at Boba Talks, Boba Talks, like a Converse. He's on YouTube and Twitter. Definitely look him up, because this is a fucking solid theory, dude. So his theory is that David Cornsweet's Superman and the whole DCU is going to revolve in a world. It's kind of like a reverse, like a pseudo Kingdom Come style world, right?
I knew it.
And so, because the film is titled Superman Legacy, it's going to be like dealing with, like the legacy of superheroes, like they did in Kingdom Come, but as opposed to where it's like all these like deeper, like more jaded fucking like
Older heroes.
heavy metal guitar shredding, kickflip doing, fucking pot smoking heroes coming in, while the other main heroes have retired because they become so disillusioned. It's going to be these more disillusioned people who view the methods of the League and all these other superheroes and all these other people as less imperative, not much of a legacy, if you will. See what I did there? Because it's the title of the thing. I am also 1000% reading this still off of that guy's thread. Once again, Boba Talks. Watch, look him up. He's great. But the way that he's the way that he's saying is the story is basically in Gunn's iteration like growing popularity. Like it's not an origin story. It's to make the heroes seem more favorable amongst humanity and like their brand of heroism of save the day, don't kill, less property damage, don't get the job done by any means, be the best symbol of hope that you can, versus people like Lex Luthor, who he thinks are going to be able to champion and possibly even bankroll some more of these more brutal people or these other people who aren't Superman, because he doesn't like the idea of someone like Superman rising up and becoming out of control. Or maybe he'll even use the vigilantes that are out there as his source for grandstanding and why Superman needs to be taken out. This is Boba's theory. There's a lot more to it that I haven't really gone into, but it is very fascinating. It is an immensely smart theory. And being able to play off the title of Superman Legacy and also really feed it into the idea, because a lot of people are thinking like, because we're so used to like origin movies and like setups, so they're thinking like all these characters are being introduced, all these characters are already in here existing in this world. Why the fuck do we even need this movie if all these characters already exist and the world's already pretty much okay, right? But there's a deeper chance to tell a narrative here, so where you can take the comic book concepts of Kingdom Come and like different Superman stories, such as like American Alien, or even oh god, I think it's Superman, not Birthright, All Star Superman, where he's going like just where he's being extremely altruistic because he's on his last days, right? But that kind of like jovial, kind of like almost
Boy Scout,
happy
Truth, Justice, American
Boy
way.
Scout, Truth, Justice, American Way. The traditional classic Superman, I feel like, is what we're going to get, mirrored against the cynical way that the world has become, not only in this movie but also in real life. I'm thinking that's kind of what they're going to play on, feeding into Boba's theory. It holds a lot of water. It holds a lot of water. I'm going to be honest. I've seen some shit theories. This one's pretty good.
Which I mean,
this one's pretty fucking solid.
That's great because it gives us a contrast to what we got with the Snyderverse. They try to force the whole this S means hope, this House of L symbol means hope, but the entire time Superman was like fucking emo and you killed everyone that I love. Why would you? Like what the fuck is that? Why I can't let him hurt Martha. We have to save Martha. Bro, man, what the fuck is that? Like, give us
Why did you say it?
The best adaptation of Superman in live action right now is the CW Superman and Lois TV show, because Tyler Hoechlin plays a phenomenal Clark Kent and a phenomenal Superman, and you have to be able to do both. Christopher Reeve, phenomenal Superman, phenomenal Clark Kent, makes it work. Tom Welling, we only saw Clark Kent, so I can't say anything. Brandon Routh, I have to rewatch Superman Returns to make sure I'm saying this right.
I cannot remember a single thing he did.
To be honest, it's been a good minute since I've seen that movie, and I need to rewatch. But
likewise,
everything else,
I think I might rewatch it after this.
Henry Cavill, I think everyone is so like locked onto Henry because he looks the part, because he was what we had from 2013 until like last year or whatever. So they're all like, you know, riding his nuts because they think he's the perfect Superman. And don't get me wrong, I love Henry Cavill. He's great in Mission Impossible, but his Superman, and that's not his fault. They gave him nothing to work with. So really? I'm hoping that James Gunn does justice to the character, really builds on the legacy of Superman and heroes in general, because what they're about to do with this film launching off the DCU, we're going to get like a slate of good films over the course of 10 years or whatever, 15 years, and they're all going to be bangers because James Gunn is going straight to the source material. He's picking up the comics that these movies need to be adapted from, and not trying to do some, we're going to pull elements from this, but I'm going to put my own spin on it. I'm going to make Superman dark. I'm going to make Batman a murderer. I'm going to make that's funny because we were just talking about how Batman needs to kill the Joker like 5 minutes ago. So maybe I don't know. Maybe Zack Snyder was onto something. Hold on, let's let him cook on that part. But yeah, the Superman Legacy is looking like it's going to be a legacy film. Over the next 10 years, we'll see exactly what comes of it. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be fantastic. I wish I could be backstage there to see how they're cooking this film up. Speaking of backstage, big shout out to the Backstage Experience and the boys at Backstage OL. They're working hard right now, creating. That was a good transition. Finally, I'm back on.
That was good. That was surprisingly good.
So it's a big shout out to them. They're going to be doing their best to keep bringing us more Hollywood news. If you want firsthand information on all things happening in Hollywood, all rumors, all leaks, all announcements, follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media platform, and of course follow us as well at Sinestro Corp.
We'll put
because
in the description. Awesome. Look down there.
We'll put all our look in the description. We're gonna put our socials down there, their socials down there. But yeah, to give them a follow, give them a shout out, tell them the Sinestro Corp sent you. And peace, love, happiness, unity. With that being said, you guys, that is a wrap for today. We appreciate y'all watching or listening to our channel. Like I said, go follow us on all platforms at Sinestro Corp to stay tuned on everything we got coming up this year. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Show us how much you enjoyed this episode by leaving us a 5-star review wherever you listen to this podcast. And then, of course, send our podcast and YouTube channel to your friends, family, post in your group chats, and send it everywhere. Thank you, guys. We'll see y'all next time on the Sinestro Corp.
The Sinestro Corp.
Peace. Peace, brother. Peace, brother.
Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye.
Oh,